You all have no idea how long I've been waiting for this series. It has been quite a ride to watch this series, but for the most part, I could have had this reviewed earlier, but I was waiting on this. And I'm gonna review it today. Scranton, Pennsylvania, home of the cold and the cold-hearted. Basically, Scranton, Pennsylvania is the home to a small paper company known as Dunder Mifflin. And basically, The Office is a show about the employees of Dunder Mifflin. It's a mockumentary about their lives as they work in this paper company, which paper is a dying industry because everybody's going digital. And so they focus on the lives and the love lives and the drama lives of all the people in Dunder Mifflin, Scranton. Led by the delusional boss known as Michael Scott, we get to see how the paper company works and just how the most successful branch in this business works. And it's a great story, I will tell you what. So you're probably sitting here thinking, this is probably the dumbest show in the world. If you haven't seen The Office, there is something wrong with you. The Office is an amazing show. And for me, I think that it's really good. Really good. It's really good. Here's why. So season 1 starts off in a little bit of a rough patch. It is a smaller season, only consisting of 6 episodes, and it is a little rough to get through. And that's the thing. It's a short season. And that's just a good coincidence, because you keep on going, and you're just like, whoa, whoa. So season 1, yes, like I said, is a bit rough. If you can make it through season 1, you can make it through season 7. Basically. So season 1 is rough, but seasons 2 through 7 are the main meat of the whole story. You get to focus on Michael being the best boss he can, Pam and Jim and their love life, Dwight trying to be the best assistant to the assistant regional manager that he possibly can, and you just get to see how bummed out these people are from going to work. That is the main meat of the series, and you focus on the best stuff in those seasons. Seasons 2 through 7 are what staple The Office as one of the best American television shows that has ever smacked the planet. I swear. But here's the problem. Season 8 is garbage. Season 8 is hot garbage. Like, oh my gosh. Season 8 is possibly the worst season in the entire show. It is. It is. Season 8 to me was just horrible. You focus on so many different things that I don't really know what to do. I don't really know how to explain it, but season 8 is just so gosh darn not good that I cry myself to sleep at night. Not really. I did one night though, basically. But season 8 is overshadowed by the fantastic season 9. When I say that this has to be an amazing ending, everything is tied up in the best way it possibly can. You get to see people who work out in the best ways possible. You may see that at the end of season 9 that they are just horrible, that it just isn't working out. But by the finale, you realize that it's all just tied up in a nice little bow. It's amazing. It's like season 9 is the Christmas present, but the finale is the bow that ties the whole show together. Because it's so good. The finale is so good. It's so good. It is amazing. Trust me. The thing is that season 8 is so trash, but season 9 is so fantastic, then it makes a counterbalance effect of where it evens itself out. Actually, it doesn't even itself out. It gives it more credit. And that's really freaking cool! That's really cool! That's really cool. But yes, I love this story. I love it so much. Except Season 8. Season 8's trash. That's it. With sitcoms like these, you have a larger cast. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to go over all of them. I'd love to. I loved all the characters. I mean, except like 2 from Season 8. But Season 8 doesn't matter. So the thing is that I'm only going to go over the... You see all these guys? See all these guys? See these, like, 6 right here? I'm only going to go over them. Because they're, like, the main ones. If they are in the opening and they show their cast... They show their actual name with their picture in the opening, then I'm going to talk about them. So we have Michael Scott. Michael Scott is a delusional boss who really just wants to run his branch in the best way possible. He's been there for a long time, and he loves the place. But the thing about Michael Scott, and overall with this series, it has probably the most awkward comedy I think you'll ever see. There are moments where you sit there and I don't really like to use the word, but it makes you cringe. Like, really hard at some points. You're just like, you're sitting there and Michael Scott will come in and say something, and they're just like, stop it, Luckily, you get to see Michael grow as a person, and you get to see his love life flourish, and you get to see his amazing life, and you get to be emotionally attached to Michael, and you're just like, whoa, he's an amazing man. He is amazing. And of course you get emotionally attached to the rest of them, but I feel like you do with Michael more because he knows, like, what's going on, and this is his branch. You get to see how he grows as a boss. And so, I think that it's pretty cool. Next we have Jim. Jim is the just typical kind of chilled, kind of max and relaxing kind of guy that kind of, he's there for a job. He isn't really there to do anything else except flirt with a receptionist. And Jim's really cool. Jim is my favorite character. I really liked him, and I think that he was done really well. He was just a cool guy just living life. And Dunder Mifflin was just his spot that he had to be placed at. And so I really like Jim's character. Then we have Pam. Pam the receptionist, the girl who gets flirted to all the time with Jim. And Pam is just a happy-go-lucky girl who, you know, starts off engaged at the beginning of the series. And, you know, we get to see her life play out of just how she grows and her confidence and her life. And Pam and Jim are one of the main highlights of the whole series. They are one of the most likable couples you'll ever see. And there was not a moment of where you were all like, oh man. Not even in season 8 were you sitting there just like, oh, I hate Pam and Jim. Because you can't. You can't hate Pam and Jim. It's impossible. If you hate them, you have no soul, or no heart, or no brain, or none of them. Next, we have Andy Bernard. Andy Bernard is possibly one of the most despised characters I've ever seen in an American sitcom, like in the masses. It's like, you don't know what to feel for Andy because you don't know whether to feel bad, you don't know whether to feel happy, because he just doesn't know what to do, man. And so you get to sit there and you get to see him just sit around being crazy. And that's who Andy is. He's just a crazy guy. And then, last but not least, we have Dwight Schrute. Dwight is... he's something, alright. Dwight is the hard worker. He's the one who sits there and just knows what to do, he knows exactly how to do it, and he knows what he wants. He's a beet farmer that just lives in a paper company, and all he strives to be is the boss. He wants to be the head honcho, and that's what Dwight's character is. And so you get to see Dwight's crazy side. You don't know whether he's a killer. You don't know if he is a ladies' man. You don't know what he is, because you'll see one thing and then get something completely different out of Dwight. But he's a determined man. He doesn't give up. That's what I like to see out of a man. And guess what? That's who Dwight Schrute is. Dwight Schrute, everybody! So, like I said, all the characters are super likable, except, like, exclude, like, 2 from, like, Season 8. Then you'll get over it. Whether that be Aaron, Creed, Meredith, Oscar, Ryan, Toby, Kevin, Stanley, you know, whoever you like, they're a good character. This show really knows how to write its characters in one way or the other, and it was just such a fantastic set of characters, and it's a strongly likable cast. Because everybody gets enough time to where you're like, I'm in love with these people. I love them so much. And you care. And that's a good written cast. This is, and you can quote me on this, this is, The Office has the best starting cast of any television show I've ever seen. And you can quote me on that. You can. And I say that it is true. And I think that it's so good. So, the ending of the show. I'm going to talk about the ending. If you don't want to be spoiled, then go to this time slot right here. And then you can go on to the final verdict. But I'm going to be talking about the ending right here. And why it's so well done. The ending, like I said, is the perfect bow that ties together the entire show. You get to see Pam and Jim finally deciding of where they want to live their life at. You finally get to see Erin reuniting with her parents and actually figuring out who she is. You get to see Michael again. You get to see Oscar find his happiness. You get to see Kevin find his happiness. You get to see Dwight and Angela get married. Oh my gosh, you get to see Ryan and Kelly run away together, which is so sad. His child. It's just, woo. But the thing is that you get to see just so many things that you were expecting to be tied together, and it happens. And I'd say that it was a perfect ending. It's hard to say that it was anything but that, but it is. And I love this ending so much, and that's why I'm going to give such a high score to this. Because this finale alone, just basically it did everything better about Season 8. It counterbalanced the trash from Season 8 and made it go skyrocket. So let's get on to the final verdict. The Office is a great mockumentary. From the very beginning to the very end, you are attached to these characters. They are lovable, they are likable. Some of the times you hate them, sometimes you love them. And that's a good mix. From its story to its subplots to its crazy turns and its out of this world just storytelling, you fall in love with The Office very quickly. And I sure as heck did. I mean, it wouldn't be sitting here on my shelf if I didn't like it as much as I did. That's just the truth. And so that's why I'm going to give The Office, the US version of The Office, a 9.7 out of 10. And I recommend that you go watch this series fully, from beginning to end, even Season 8. You'll love it. I swear. You know, this series is available on Netflix. You are able to watch it if you have a Netflix subscription. I don't think it has reruns on television anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't believe so. But if you are like me and you're crazy, then you can always get the complete series of The Office. You can get the box set of it which includes the complete series. You know, you got 1 through 9. And it's pretty good. I'd say that it is very pricey. I got it for a cheap 60 buckaroos, which is about the same price as the Death Note box set. So you can go and have just a great time with this. And it's good. If you guys like this video, then go and watch some of my other reviews. I think you'll really like some of it. If you like The Office, you can go see my reviews for Friends and How I Met Your Mother, which are 2 shows that I typically like. And yeah, that's about it. I really had a fun time making this video, and I think that you guys liked it just as much. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to watch other stuff, go ahead. I'll see you guys in the next video.